Nope. No way. Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I don't know what she's doing over there, but we're here.
We're back.
We're back.
We've got another person. Another stupid story.
This is a fellow podcaster.
Yeah.
And she actually is from the same podcast as Gigi from episode 2.
Yeah, Champagne Babble.
Yeah, so it was really cool to have her on, too.
Mm-hmm.
And Cat Lady, that's what we're talking about.
Yes, Cat Lady.
We got to be on their show, as we said before.
Yes, we've been on a handful of times.
And
they're wonderful.
They are, and so it was really fun to kind of delve into their personal lives a little bit. 'Cause, you know, I love getting invasive and learning more.
It's kind of what the show is about.
It is. So it was cool that she volunteered to come on and do it. But I liked her story. Yeah,
yes, it's a unique story. It's a little bit different than some of the other ones that we've done. So if you've been kind of craving some variety and not just, you know, another fucking love story, she told us a story of her and a beeb. Even though she hates the term beeb, that's fine. It's our brand, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, we're not taking it personally, except we totally
No, I mean, our feelings are hurt, but it's fine.
It's fine.
And we're not sad at all. We didn't cry.
No.
But she came and she told us the story, and you get to hear it now.
Yay.
So here you go. Enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Or don't.
But
Do you want to start this one?
No.
Okay. I feel like you never start them. But
well, fine. What am I supposed to do?
This is why I start them.
You do it. You just start. I'll just chime in.
Oh my goodness. Hi everybody, welcome back to I Hate Your Love. I almost just said louder than ever.
Hey. R.I.P.
Oh.
R.I.P. Louder than ever. Future folk classic.
I miss truth.
Louder than ever.
Oh, it was so fun. I miss it too.
It was fun. We have a guest from another podcast. We've been on her show several times now. Several. I've been
twice.
Three. Whatever.
Things without me, guys.
But we're really excited to have Cat Lady here.
Wow, you were on 3 times?
Yeah, I came the one time by myself.
You did?
Yep.
You're super memorable.
You had posted in that one Facebook group that we're both a part of that you needed a guest, and I was like,
you brought her.
No, not the first time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Like you remember now. Oh, right.
No, I do. Okay,
Sure,
thank you.
Sure. Super memorable.
Oh, my goodness.
This is why I let her start, because I always talk. It's the only time you get to talk.
It really is.
Boy.
Yeah. Good grief. So tell our listeners if they haven't heard of Champagne Babble for some reason. Tell us about the show.
How have you not heard of Champagne Babble? My goodness. Well, that's actually my second podcast.
Yeah, tell us about all of them.
Currently, at time of recording, 2 are being recorded on a consistent basis. One is Champagne Babble.
Right.
There's usually a consistent set of ladies, but there's usually a newbie or someone rotate, not a newbie, a rotating panel,
spot,
if you will. And basically we pre-drink before going out to party. And we just record those conversations. Usually we have a topic, and then it derails off topic, because that's what girl talk is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's called Champagne Babble. And then I have Nothing in Common, which is a dating advice podcast.
Oh.
So that was the first well, not the first podcast, the second podcast, and it's the baby, the first real podcast.
Champagne Babble's not a real podcast.
No, Champagne Babble is the third real podcast.
Okay, all right, I see.
The first one I did on Blog Talk Radio, and it was live, and it was through the phone, and it sounded super crappy, and it was fun. But then the real one was, at the radio station. So that's the real one.
Ours is not real then. We're in my bedroom.
No, now we record in a living room.
You do there.
It's great. You've got a way better setup than we do, but
awesome.
Your setup's way better than my original podcast setup by a million.
Okay, before we get into it, we need your 2 truths and a lie.
Okay. I used to be a professional actress.
Okay.
I'm allergic to daisies, and my brother and I have the same birthday, but we are not twins.
Got it.
So you have a brother who has the same birthday as you, but you're not twins. You're allergic to daisies, and you used to be a professional actress.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we got him.
We got it. We can do this.
Yeah, we can figure this out totally. And the penalty. Can we talk about the penalty?
Oh, yeah.
The penalty this time is, dun, dun, dun. We're going to tweet. We're going to make a tweet, any tweet we want. You can do it from our podcast account, and we will tweet from yours, depending on whether we can get it right or not.
Do you get 2 guesses since there's 2 of you?
No, we have to agree.
You have to collaborate. Okay.
We have to agree, yeah. Okay. So, it'll be fun.
Start thinking about your tweet now.
All right. Okay. So tell us a little bit about you, yourself, who you are.
Oh, goodness. Well, I go by soon-to-be Cat Lady, and that name kind of came up. So I was in a very, very long-term relationship a long time ago. We will not be talking about him today. And he dumped me, I want to say unexpectedly, but in hindsight, it really wasn't unexpectedly. After 5 years, over the phone, the day before Valentine's Day. Right?
What?
Right.
I hate that love.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
I hated that.
Rude.
I hated that. And so I took a couple months and I sobbed and I ate frozen yogurt because I'm lactose intolerant. And just kind of was like, I started dating him when I was 20.
Yeah.
And so I'm 25 and I'm like, I've never really, and he was my first boyfriend, pretty much first date ever. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to function. Yeah. I don't know how to meet people. Like, this is crazy. So a couple months later, I took to online dating, and it was ridiculous. And
agreed.
The messages that came in were silly, and I wasn't even sure I was ready to go out, but. And I was doing it all wrong, too, besides. Which is why I have the dating advice podcast now. But, so, the first line of my profile said, do not message me if you are only looking for sex, because that is not going to happen with me. Not advised to put on your online dating profile. No. But that was the first line, in all caps, whatever. And then my second biggest problem was that my main photo was a very artsy photograph of me that I took of myself as a mime.
Oh.
Okay, so, I mean, at the time, I thought it was cool, whatever, and in hindsight, not very smart to put on your online dating profile, but I got in a message. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got in a message from someone named Joe, and all it said was, I'm not afraid to fuck a mime. Let's go have coffee sometime. And I fell off my bed. I was laughing so hard. And I was like, you can't make this up. I need to write this down. I need to write a book. And the blog, Soon to be Cat Lady, was formed because if online dating is the way to meet people, I'm going to die alone. It's just what it is. So that's my story.
Okay.
Wow.
Welcome to our show about love. So,
let's get into the interview.
Let's get into who we are going, your Beeb, who we're talking about today.
Your Beeb. Who you met, where else?
Online, of course.
That's where all the good ones are hiding.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so true. Actually, no, I really like online dating.
It's fun. It's nice to know that you have like that in before you don't have to approach strangers or like try to interpret body language.
Right.
That's very hard to do when you're just out in public. Like, hello, sir, you were looking at me from across the pharmacy.
Are you married? Because that would be creepy.
Yeah. Like,
How old are you?
Just checking in. Could you tell me where you live?
401k?
Like, what kind of car do you drive? And also, do you have children?
Right.
I'll just like interrogate people in public. So no, you can do all of that through online dating and the comfort of your own
channel of that.
home.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Like I try to get dates like on Tinder, except in real life, like I swipe left.
Like, nah. Push up to their forehead.
Yeah.
Just be like, no.
Yes.
Like, and just like stand there waiting for them to swipe your head. Like, you gonna swipe right or left?
What do you think?
I swiped right on you.
I swiped right on you. What do you think?
Oh no.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So wait, then why did you swipe right on this one? I don't know if it was Tinder.
It was not,
but
not on Tinder.
Okay.
I'm a big advocate for OkCupid. I
Cute.
The best luck on OkCupid.
Okay.
So
they're the ones trying to change the F, the WTF. That's ridiculous. Or down to
Oh, I've seen. I'm not currently online dating.
Oh.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Honestly, no, what are they doing?
They're trying to change down to fuck to be like other things. So they put like down to like fly.
Netflix and
fly,
chill.
Yeah.
Isn't DTF darn tootin' fun like on New Girl?
False.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It means down to fuck, which you were not, according to your profile.
Well, not when I was 25.
Yes, no.
Or currently.
Just checking.
No casual sex for Cat Lady.
Okay, so you met him on online dating.
We met on OkCupid.
Okay, and what attracted you? What made him stand out from your other?
So,
the guy who wanted to fuck the mime.
Right. Well, anything was a step above that.
I would have totally replied to that, but that's me.
I actually did
about you as a person.
About a year later, because I kept it in there, and I sent him a message. I said, I don't want to meet up with you. I said, but I want to let you know I've kept this message on days that I feel really bad. I open it up and I laugh my ass off. And he wrote back. He's like, well, yeah, obviously it wasn't going to happen, but
it was funny though.
Yeah. I should go back and actually.
You should message him again and give us an update.
Like 6 years later.
Yeah. Be like, hey, you still single?
Yeah.
Are you down to woo a mime and wait an appropriate time before we fuck?
I'm ready now. I wasn't ready then, but my life experiences. I'll put that mime makeup back on.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Beeb. Stupid.
Rude.
So a lot of the messages were coming in, and we're gross, and we're stupid, and like, or just hi, or how are you? And like, his was well written, it was nice, it like, he read the things on my profile. Now, granted, the first line was not that weird disclaimer anymore. That was a long time ago. So, yeah, I was like, okay, like someone who seems intelligent.
That actually is hot. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
yes, of course.
So you exchanged messages.
Yeah.
And you ended up deciding to meet?
Yeah, we had a couple back and forth, and I looked at his profile right away, and I was like, dun dun dun, he has a kid.
Oh.
Which is not the worst thing in the world, but when you're single and you don't have kids, I mean, and granted, I want kids, I love kids.
Sure.
But it's messy anyway, but then to like, be like, oh, and then there's going to be a child in the mix, and I'm going to feel like, the long-term relationship, like, I should have walked away from that, like, 2 years before it ended, and I didn't. Like, so I'm not one to walk away. So I'm like, this is gonna be a commitment. And there's a kid, like, I can't break a child's heart, you know?
You're not just breaking up with him.
Right,
You're also breaking up with his small child.
So that was something that I really needed to think about and consider. Like, 'cause I was like, oh, I really don't want to get involved with that. Plus, you never know if there's baby mama drama,
right?
And all that.
That's living proof that he fucked someone else,
right?
So the talks too.
I love how from the very beginning you're already worried about it ending.
Oh, right.
That's how all online relationships feel.
I'm so loyal. That's the problem.
Well, it's smart to anticipate, challenges.
Well, right. Well, and if it was that he doesn't have kids, this could go either way, but whatever. Like, at least it's only him. Like, who cares about that guy, I love kids.
Good. Kids in themselves are really challenging.
They are.
Having children is one of the most difficult things that you do as an adult, I feel. At least it has been in my
Hopefully you do it as an adult.
In my own life, as a human being, it's very challenging. And when you add, old relationships, since I'm assuming that he did not produce the child of his own volition with no assistance. There's someone involved,
Well, no, I mean, you said it's living proof that he fucked someone else.
And it is. And there's another human attached to that. And then potentially relationships that other human is having on top of this relationship you're trying to have. And then imagine if you had children. I know Cat Lady doesn't, so this isn't an issue for her, but that makes it almost even more awkward because she doesn't know what all is involved even. And finding a role to play in someone's kid's life. I mean,
you're spiraling.
Yeah. That's because this is a complicated issue.
I like kids.
I like kids too. I have 3. So,
yeah.
I like them a lot, but the idea of trying to date and involve kids, especially if you didn't have any, I feel like that would be a hard hurdle to overcome.
Sure. What if the kid is just like a terror and they meet each other and everything just blows up?
I mean, that's better than the kid acting great at first and then finding out that it actually is a terror later down the road.
Ooh, kids are tricky.
They are real tricky.
Wow. They are tiny humans, so
and
they have the capacity to do all things much.
They have the capacity to do most things adults can do, except they don't have the adult reasoning abilities.
Ooh, kids are dangerous.
Those choices. That's what I'm saying. This is a big hurdle.
I still like them. They're cute, and they talk about, like, dinosaurs like they're still real, and it's adorable.
It is. It's really cute.
Have you seen the movie We're Back?
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
yeah.
Also a great dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
And there's this wish machine that they have, and all the kids are wishing for dinosaurs, and it's just all these, I wish I could see a triceratops or a flying dinosaur, and then he's flying around with his arms. I like kids. I'm rooting for it. I like it.
Wow, this is weird. What has happened? We like switched places. You're rooting for it, and I'm like, I don't know, it's a big hurdle.
I don't know.
It's impossible. It's impossible that this is going to work out.
Maybe it's because I don't have kids, and I'm just like, this is fun.
The best parents are the ones who don't have kids.
Done.
So, you decided that you were going to get over the kid thing, at least to go out, right?
I said, okay, it's not a deal breaker for date one, but I was very upfront, like, hey, this kind of wigs me out.
Mm-hmm. And how did he react to that? What did he say?
He says, hey, I can't fault you for that. Like, he's like, I can't take back the fact that I have a kid. He's like, so yeah, I mean, he's like, we're just meeting up for drinks. Let's meet up for drinks. It doesn't mean we need to get married. I'm like, oh, really? Of course.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
little miscommitment. Like,
she's the
okay.
So how did it go? How did drinks go? What was it like?
It was really good. We met up at Claudia Irish Pub in Maple Grove.
Ooh.
And I had a strongbow, which is hard cider for England. Fun fact. And we got along really well, and he said to me, he goes, I am super impressed. And I said, okay.
Sweet.
I'm like, why?
Yeah.
He says, you are the first woman that I've gone out with in online dating who actually looks like her pictures.
What?
Like, oh.
That's a compliment?
Well,
I guess.
I mean, at least it's, hey, like, other women have been deceiving me in their,
selfies. I mean, I have I ask Hailey that all the time if my pictures look like me, and I'm very extra about it. But selfies, you can be very deceiving.
But for someone who was taking online dating very seriously, that was a very high compliment, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny because on our first date, I decided that I really, not only was I drinking Strongbow, but they were serving Strongbow in a Strongbow glass. Now, fun fact about Cat Lady, I'm half British. Half of my family lives over there. My dad's from there. Like, so Strongbow is the cider of England.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting served Strongbow in a Strongbow glass. And so I batted my eyelashes at the bartender, and I said, can I keep this glass? I really want it. And I said, I will tip you extra. And he's like, yeah, no problem.
That's so smart.
Right?
Yeah.
So I got up to go to the bathroom, and Beeb hid the glass. So I came back upset that the bartender took my glass, when in fact it was him flirting with me. And later, of course.
What a weird flirt.
That is weird.
It was funny.
He was just trying to see how you would react in like a bad situation. Like, is this bitch gonna flip out? Gonna start screaming and throwing shit? Maybe he's trying to trigger something to see how you would react.
Less flirt, more of a test.
It seemed more of a flirt type thing.
It's just a weird flirt. I don't know.
Yeah, he had to be there.
Okay, all right. So
you got your glass back.
Yes.
That's the important thing.
And actually took home too.
Oh, good. So he learned about your, hoarding tendencies on the first date.
Or
your love of Strongbow.
Strongbow.
Yes. And did you guys kiss at the end of the first date?
We did not.
Oh.
It's okay. You don't have to kiss on the first date. I have never kissed on a first date.
What?
Ever. I've never kissed on a first date.
Atta girl.
Good for you. That is good. It's a good rule.
In my online dating experiences, I've had over 50 first online dates.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah.
Not the
I
Adam
am not,
Sandler movie.
I want, like, I need to know you a little bit better before I decide I want to swap spit with you.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I'm just really curious to see if there's any chemistry there, because then why even go on another date if it's terrible? But that's just my approach.
Yeah.
Right.
So then what happened?
So then...
There's no kissing.
There's no kiss, but, you know, hug, whatever. It was really nice meeting you. I liked him. I was still leery about the kid thing, but I liked him. And the next day, I got a text message that he happened to be at the Buffalo Wild Wings fairly close to my house, and I should come out and have a drink with him.
Stalker.
Okay.
I mentioned where I lived, like, it's
Okay.
not like...
And so he was there alone?
He was driving by and gonna stop by. I don't know.
Okay.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
He's just, what, did he live far from you? Like, was this a neighborhood that he could reasonably just be in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think...
So he just wanted to see you again.
He did, yeah. Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
And, hey, I'm close by, you know, feeling the waters.
Yeah.
Feeling the waters. So I went, and we had wings. And
As one does.
right,
Buffalo Wild Wings.
of course.
Yummy. But that's kind of a danger food to eat on a date. I wouldn't want to eat wings. I'm a messy eater.
So remember when I said I'm half British?
Yes.
I'm a boring, picky eater, so I just had plain wings.
Plain wings.
No worries. No sauce, boneless wings. I don't worry about wings.
You had chicken nuggets.
Yes,
Is what you're telling me.
Yes. Okay.
Chicken nuggets.
Did he have an opinion about your lack of sauce?
Like, this girl's not saucy. She won't kiss me. She's a mime and she won't fuck me. She doesn't have sauce on her nuggets.
Okay.
You know, he didn't.
He didn't. That wouldn't be a smart thing to be like, what's wrong with you? Where's your sauce on a
I
date?
had someone online dating once, like, say he was making barbecue chicken wings, and I was like, oh, do you want to send some over just to the chicken wings without the barbecue sauce? And he refused to meet me because I didn't like barbecue sauce. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm like, that's a really weird deal breaker.
That's a strange
Like, why
limit.
does what I want to eat affect you in any way whatsoever?
Well, you won't share with him.
I would share.
I would judge the crap out of somebody, but I wouldn't be like, I can't meet you.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't have wanted to meet them in the first place. Like, let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
But
She has zero.
it would not be because of barbecue sauce.
It would be because, ew.
Because you're another human.
Like, pass.
And I'm good.
Aww. So we went out. So we went out for, you know, chicken nuggets.
Yum.
And it was in the winter, and it was snowing. And so it was very magical, and we were walking, and he was walking me to my car. And although, like, I liked him, I still just wasn't so sure. Like, I wasn't, like, convinced, but not enough to be like, I don't want to see you again. But I was like, I don't want him to go in for the kiss.
And he's walking you to the car.
I'm
That's
just
the
not
classic.
ready. Right, so he's walking me to my
move.
car. So what I did was I stuck my hand out to shake his hand. To kind of keep him at a distance and kind of give the signal, like, we're going to shake hands here. Like, don't come any closer. And he mocked me. He's like, really? He's like, we hugged yesterday. You're going to make me shake your hand? And he's in a jokingly
Cute, flirty
way.
way.
Right, and he's totally making fun of me. And, like, made me realize I was being stupid. And so I said, I'm sorry, you're right. And I went in for the hug, and he backed a step up, and I fell into a snowbank. Like, because I slipped on the ice as I was stepping forward, and he was stepping backward. Safety miscommunication.
Okay.
And he felt terrible. He's like, I didn't realize you were going to fall, and he helped me up. Like, whatever.
But at that point, you had safely escaped any kissing.
Sure did.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And he still wanted to go out with you after
He
that.
still did.
Oh, that's nice.
Apparently, I was what they call a challenge.
He was into the chase.
Yes.
Yeah. He chased you right into a snowbank. Okay. sorry. I'm visualizing that and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that would be fun to watch. Wow, though. That is like next level awkward.
It's so awkward. But it's also just like, it's one of the, it's not a meet cute because they're not meeting.
No.
But like, if this works out, this is like one of those funny stories that like you tell your grandkids one day, like, oh, your grandfather tried to kiss me and I fell in a snowbank.
It's one for the ages, that's for sure.
It is, yeah. It's one of those stories.
Your future children will definitely love that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Their future children.
That time grandma fell in a snowbank.
It's cute. You're right. Even though at the time, I mean, I can really relate because I'm super awkward. I fall all the time. And I'm always like making weird maneuvers and like not sure what I'm doing with my body. So
what do I do with my arms?
I don't know. I need pockets. That's why I love I get a dress with pockets. I'm like, it's got pockets. There's a place for my hands. So
there's also a place for your butt, and it's in the snowbank.
Sorry, cat lady, but I dig it.
If this was me, I would have fallen in the snowbank and just burrowed deeper until he walked away.
Be like,
I don't want to see you ever again.
I'm fine. Don't touch me.
No, don't help me.
Bye.
No, okay, goodbye.
Bye.
I'm never going to talk to you again. Lose my phone number. Okay, bye.
I'm going to take care of this once you leave. Bye. Peace. Deuces.
That's how you handle a situation like this.
I will get up when you remove yourself from my field of vision.
Stop looking at me.
And go.
Do not just, okay, good.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
So where do you go from falling in a snowbank?
Right. So I didn't get into the Big Bang Theory until really late.
Okay.
This is related, right?
Let's talk about the Big Bang Theory now.
Now we're here about.
So I had started watching it, and I was on, I think, season 3 at the time. And we were texting, and I said, what are you doing? And I'm watching The Big Bang Theory, season 3 on DVD. Because I'm way behind, and I'm getting caught up. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And, hinted that, he would enjoy watching The Big Bang Theory as well. Right? I'm like, okay. So I said, yeah, come on over.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You're moving into private residences now for your date venues.
Whatever.
Okay.
So we're sitting on my couch. Keep in mind, as far away from each other as humanly possible.
Each clutching an armrest for dear life.
Pretty much. And again, so I had not seen this far into Big Bang Theory, and it was the episode where Bernadette and Howard are on their 3rd date.
Oh.
Just like
me and Beeb. We're on our 3rd date.
Ooh.
And Bernadette turns to Howard and says, I know what the 3rd date means. And he's like, what? He's a nerd and he doesn't know. And she goes, yeah, sex. And I'm crawling into it and dying. He's at my house. Our 3rd date. I am not gonna sleep with him. And I am in a hoodie and I'm crawling into it.
Abort.
It's so uncomfortable and it is obvious. I am so uncomfortable.
Oh man.
And he turns to me and he goes, I know we're not gonna have sex. And then he says, but we could hold hands. And he throws his hand halfway across the couch and goes, it's right here. And still, me just dying. I put my hands in my hoodie pockets and I'm okay.
You wouldn't even hold his hand?
I was so uncomfortable. I was just
holding hands leads to sex, Mary. We all learned that in 7th grade.
No. And of course, it's not what I was just like, I was just too awkward and uncomfortable. I was like, nope, I just need to just be in this little hole of safety. But
Well, he was trying to alleviate your discomfort.
Right,
though, and that's sweet.
No, it was very, very sweet.
Yes.
And
still rejected.
Lesson for putting up with me. Like, absolutely.
Oh.
I mean, a little hand-holding wouldn't have
Right,
killed
no,
you.
it absolutely not.
On the third date. I mean, everyone knows the third date's when you hold hands.
Somebody inform the writers of The Big Bang.
For real. I've never seen that show, and I am uncomfortable with that assertion.
Side note.
Yeah, it is fun.
Sure, yeah. I was just thinking to myself, like, maybe I should watch it. Okay. So
watch Big Bang Theory. Sundays at 4 or something.
I don't
we can make a
that early.
we can
It's
make
not
a
an
fake
old lady
commercial
show.
for Big Bang Theory. There you go.
Call us Big Bang Theory. We will sponsor the heck out of you.
Okay.
Mary will watch your show.
Yeah, so I guess it's like a pretty common thing, the third date thing.
You know, no.
I have not experienced this. I did not realize. I guess it's like maybe it depends on what kind of relationship you both are initially seeking. Like if you're just seeking sort of a hookup kind of thing, then like by the third date, like you should probably know whether or not you want to hook up, you know?
If you're just seeking a hookup thing, then is there even a date?
I mean, I feel like nowadays there's like the first meetup's always in public, right? I don't think, but I guess people usually
always. Bro, some people just like show up at your apartment for Netflix and chill, which involves zero Netflix. And often zero chill.
Right, that's not that chill.
No.
Like I mean, I can't imagine doing that. I also can't imagine Cat Lady doing that.
No.
So
I mean, she
practically had a spasm and jumped in a snowbank over him trying to kiss her. So
we've gone from falling in a snowbank to jumping.
She jumped into that bitch to get away.
She didn't admit this, but she did it on purpose. This whole thing to me is just so cringe. Like,
yeah,
she's obviously like not into like the physical stuff, at least at first, like not about it. But while also feeling that way, I'm just like so cringe about the whole story. Everything is just making me go, oh no.
You can kind of feel like something bad's coming.
Yeah, like I can imagine being in her position, being stuck in a room watching this episode with him and just being like, oh no.
Oh
this, and your brain is like, incorrect.
Exploding.
Yes,
yeah.
Your brain is just like anxiety driven, like telling you that he definitely thinks this is what's gonna happen. You should just start removing your clothes now.
You know, like get up and run away. Like that's probably what would start firing in my head. Is like, oh my god, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, don't feel good. Oh my gosh.
You just get up and go to the bathroom and lock the door and just start making noises.
No, just like get up and be like,
gotta go.
I'm going to the bathroom, and then instead just walk out the front door. Click.
But it's her
and
house.
then start sprinting away.
It's her house.
Okay, she can't sprint away from her own. She has no escape
That's
plan.
actually pretty funny, though, if she did.
Yeah, it's me like just running as fast as you can as soon as you close the door. Like, not an option for her. Okay, so, yeah, I guess making, like, really loud whoopee cushion sounds in the bathroom would be the best way to get him to leave. Like, maybe she wouldn't even have to come out, because eventually he'd probably not be like, are you okay in there?
I mean, you're completely past the point of just being like, I'm really uncomfortable. Can you please leave my house? You're driven by panic and nothing else at this point.
Like, to hide. Fight or flee, except no fighting. She is running the fuck away so hard. How did this disaster of a third date end? Or did you just fall into your hole and just, like, pass away?
She pushed
and he just
a
left
button on the side of the couch and it ejected him out of her apartment.
No, we hugged and
another hug.
Yes. I'm sorry.
There was contact on this one.
No. There's no recovering from that. No, you're right.
It was so awkward. But so we I think like a week later went to Mongo's, which became our favorite restaurant.
Oh, right. I've never heard of Mongo's.
So Mongo's, is no longer in existence now. It's very sad. But they were in Maple Grove, and it's basically Mongolian barbecue. You put all the veggies
like the raw stuff
in
from the buffet?
Yep. Put it all in a bowl, and then they cook it, and then they give it to you.
Like Cons.
Yes, like cons.
Yeah. Oh, I love cons. Except Mongos.
Except Mongos, so.
Okay.
Yes.
Cute.
Now they are gone, but...
Sad.
We went there several times, and I think, like, the third time we went there, which is probably a month or so after, we kind of had a weird define the relationship talk during dinner.
Uh-oh. Oh, dun dun dun.
And I've always gone into dating with, I really don't have a lot of expectations, so therefore I'm not too disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told him this
approach.
kind of up front, like, hey, like, no expectations. If it goes somewhere, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Like, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
And so he says, I just want to make sure, are you, like, planning some, or expecting some grand romantic gesture from me? Because at this point, we'd been out several times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And a fair question. And I said, well, no. Like, because I'm not, like, I don't expect you to go out of your way and do some grand romantic...
like to ask you
grand
to be
romantic
exclusive
gesture
or something? Like...
Well, just something sweet, like bring flowers or whatever. You know, at this point, it was very casual.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like, my answer wasn't, like, no, don't do that. But it was, no, I don't expect you to do that. Because to me, you do that if you want to do that.
Yeah, right.
Not...
You don't do that because someone's expecting you to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not very genuine.
So he took that as, okay, cool, this isn't going anywhere.
Oh.
That's sort of an obtuse way to ask that question.
Right.
Like, a little weird.
Yeah.
But,
whatever.
Well, he just wanted to know if you were going to kiss him. Like, what do I have to do to get a kiss out of this chick?
Right.
He got downgraded on the second date to a handshake. I'm sure he was concerned.
Then he tried to hold hands, and she said no. So, I mean, I can see why he's like, what exactly is it that I need to do? Do you need something
He was
specific?
so patient with me, though. Like, I mean, obviously that was psychotic of me. Like, come on, let's be real.
Well, you were just not sure.
Right.
And that's okay. It's always okay to say no.
Right. Be sure before you do anything that you're uncomfortable with. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So, I have no regrets there.
Okay. So I guess then it's suffice to say, what is the current status of you and Phoebe?
Well, we're definitely not dating.
What?
What?
It's a shocker. I'm shocked by this
I hate love.
Yay!
We became very good friends, and we actually hung out several times. We kept going to Mongos. He eventually told me that he didn't pursue dating me. So he was 2 years younger than me.
Oh.
So actually, this was when I was 27. So he was 25. And that was kind of a weird thing for me, too. Like, the age gap, I'm just, it's so weird. And we went to Mongos, and he said, you know, I never pursued anything with you. He's like, because you're such an adult, and I'm not. Like, you have a house, you have your shit together, you have all your ducks in a row, and I don't have any of those things. So.
That's intimidating, I suppose.
Right. Sure. Right. So that can be intimidating for guys if you're kind of more ahead in life than they are, even if you're older.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And now he's married.
Well, good for him.
And I haven't talked to him in, like, let's see, how old am I? Probably 3 years.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know, once he got the wife, then the friends that are girls that used to be love interest kind of get shoved to the back burner.
So we're friends on Facebook. I see his kind of weird, ranty political posts that are against everything I believe in.
So it wouldn't have worked out anyway, is what you're saying. No.
Good grief.
And what is your current feeling about love?
Oofta. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
It's so tough.
It is.
Well, are you still online dating?
No, I've definitely been taking a break from that because it's only gotten worse.
Now there's Tindering.
Now you have to put the thing with the mime back in.
I should get some attention. So what I found with online dating now is people are eager to message and then just either stop messaging or block you or whatever for no reason. And you never meet up with anybody. Like, I was meeting up with people all the time.
You did say you went on 50.
Over 50. Like, I stopped counting at 50.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Right. And I didn't kiss any of them.
Good for you, girl.
Right.
You live your best life. No kissing.
I'm exhausted by the thought of even talking to 50 humans. Let alone meeting them.
I haven't had as much time as you to pursue this whole thing, but I also feel like tired by the idea of going out with 50 people.
It's exhausting, and it's like, oh, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to go and sit and have
another guy with a stranger and then try to find out? It's so hard to get a grip on who someone is as a human in that kind of setting. And what was it one time you told me, like, people lie to each other like 50 times on a first date or something? It was some like ridiculously large number.
So on average, people lie to each other 10 times within the first 3 minutes of their first date.
What?
10 times in 3 minutes.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
It starts with, how are you doing today? And you say,
but it's like stupid
really,
little things.
I'm on a date with a stranger again.
Right. Or like, if you were late, you say, oh, there was traffic, when really you were just nervous or something like that. Like, it's not always serious lies, but on average, 10 lies within the first 3 minutes.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, no wonder we can't find love. God.
Just tell the truth, people.
Just tell the truth.
I try to be truthful, but sometimes it's easier to just like gloss over certain things or not. I think lies by omission are probably a lot more common than like outright lies.
That's probably true.
Yeah, like I'm just
that's a little more acceptable.
Yeah, like I'm just not going to mention this on the first date or the third date or until we've been dating for 6 months. Surprise!
Right. Or until our honeymoon.
You're invested now.
Yeah, now I know you like me and I can tell you all about my crazy mother or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have one of those. All right.
Well, that was great. If people are interested in dating you, Cat Lady, where could they find you?
SudiCatLady.com. I'm a good time.
You sound like it with the snowbang.
Right? I will provide comedic relief.
That I believe.
Yes. You will definitely laugh a lot. You will get 0 kisses.
None.
That's not necessarily true.
Until date 50.
No, that's no.
Date 16, come on.
There you go.
It's a little more reasonable.
No, just not on the first date.
That's fair.
It is.
I went on a first date once where I was close. I really liked him. And the second date for sure would have it, but then he learned I had a podcast and it freaked him out and he ran away.
What?
I know.
What a weird deal breaker.
Well, it wasn't. He knew I had a podcast because we talked about it because he wanted to start a podcast. I'm like, I can help you. I'm and then he listened to my podcast.
Oh, and realized it was personal chat and that you might be talking about him.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But
well,
he would have gotten a second date kiss for sure.
You missed out, dude. Random dude, whoever you are.
Fake, not real beeb.
Perfect. You need to say beep for us a couple times so we can use you as the expletive noise. Beep.
Beep. Beep.
Perfect.
Beep. Beep, 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 beep. You have to guess my 2 truths and a lie.
Yes. All right. So we've gotten to the end.
I remember them. Even though we did it at the beginning of the episode.
Well, that's great. Yes. But we usually have the guest remind us what
I can remind you. Okay.
Thank you.
Remind us.
I used to be a professional actress.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm allergic to daisies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I have... My brother and I have the same birthday, but we are not twins.
Okay. I'm 98% sure that the last one is true because I feel like I've heard her mention it before.
It's got to be true.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to make up. I feel like I believe that you were a professional actress.
Yes, and you've also mentioned that, I feel like. Maybe it wasn't professional and you just did it a lot, though.
Ooh.
And who's allergic to daisies?
I know.
Dang. See, that's where you might get me.
God, I didn't know I had to take notes when I listened to Champagne Babble.
I'm sitting here like I don't think daisies are a real thing you can be allergic to.
Of course you can be allergic to daisies.
It's a lie because it seems implausible.
I feel good going with that one too.
All right,
personally.
Not allergic to daisies.
I am not allergic to daisies.
Yay! We did it for a change.
We did. We've lost quite often.
We lose so much.
Very good.
We lose often.
Here's my Twitter @SudiCatLady.
Hailey, go ahead and just
tweet.
Tweet that our podcast is the best podcast that was ever made.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it seems odd that you would say that about someone else's podcast.
That's true.
I would never say that about someone else's. Be like, it's the second best. Well, the third best after my 2, and you're 6. So.
Well, and hopefully now my listeners will come listen to this and get hooked on the show and listen to other ones.
Yeah. Because you are awesome, but we are also awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And hilarious.
And you're looking for people too, right?
We are, yeah. So if you want to come on and tell us about your love, your beeb. Beeb.
It's so stupid.
It's so cute.
No,
it's our trademark.
It reminds me of Justin Bieber, and he's gross.
Oh,
leave
the beebs alone. That's beebs.
Yes, you have to have the S at the end. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have tweeted at Hate Your Love Pod is the best podcast of all the podcasts in all the universe. Listen to it when it launches in April. Blackheart emoji.
Put a period before the at, because otherwise no one will see it except for you.
Why?
Because you have to have a character before the at whoever for it to show up in my feed.
What? Look at you knowing all the things.
Right? I shouldn't have told you that. Then no one would have seen it.
You're so
you
smart.
are welcome.
So she has to delete it and then do it again? Or can she edit it? Probably have to delete it.
Yeah, no, I didn't post it yet, so I can't still edit
Just put a period before the at. You're good.
Twitter has weird things then,
It does.
Facebook algorithms, Twitter secrets.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job cluing us in.
Tweet.
Right?
She tweeted it.
I tweeted it.
Woohoo!
Yay! We won! High five.
Yes. Go us.
I should have thought about that.
Awesome. So,
well, thanks for coming on, Kat.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for giving us a unique story.
That was fun. We've only talked to people who are like so in love.
It's really gross.
And it's like, even if it doesn't end well, they're just so in love with the beeb the whole time. And it's like, dude, lame. Where's our good stories?
Right?
Where's our snowbanks?
This was a good, funny story.
And you, listener, you can be in Cat Lady's seat.
It doesn't have to be a good story.
It does not. It can be a terrible story. We love them all.
We have some standards. There's an application involved.
Yes, there's no minors. There's
okay, we have one rule. Whatever.
No homophobia and no hate. Yeah. No, you can't. That's ours.
So that's it. Tune in next week.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Cat Lady.
Bye, Cat Lady.
Yay.
If you enjoyed this episode of I Hate Your Love, please rate and review us on iTunes. That really helps us spread the hate.
Love.
Love. Also, make sure to subscribe so that you never miss a new episode.
And nowadays, if you're not posting on social media, it didn't really happen. So check us out for more content on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hate Your Love Pod.
If you love the show and you want to support us and get more exclusive bonus content, consider backing our show on Patreon. We would really super appreciate it, like a lot, like a whole lot.
If you'd like to have the opportunity to have the distinct pleasure of sharing your love story with us and having us rip it apart like a piping hot pizza, email us at hateyourlovepod@gmail.com or click the pinned link on our Twitter.
And most importantly, remember, hate might be in our name, but it's not our brand. Please be a nice freaking human or consider moving to the sun.
Okay, thanks.
Bye!